St. Francis de Sales was a Bishop of Geneva. He worked against the heresy of the Calvinists at the time. As a young man, his father wanted him to become a lawyer, and he sent him off to Padua to study law. When he came back home, however, after finishing those studies, he told his father he wanted to become a priest, and his dad completely objected to it. But after a long time of persuasiveness, he gave in and allowed his son to go on to study for the priesthood. St. Francis de Sales is noted for his promotion of spirituality for the laity. In his wonderful book, An Introduction to the Devout Life, which I'd recommend everybody read, he talks about how the soldier, the workman, the married woman, the average layperson can all become saints. And they do that by living out the vocation that God called them to do. St. Francis had a very gentle spirit. Spirituality was characterized by a phrase that he quoted, that you attract more flies with a spoonful of honey than you do with a barrel of vinegar. And so he saw that as a way not to be harsh in his preaching, but to draw people in by the love of Christ, as we just read in the gospel, that the Lord calls us his friends and that he wants us to follow his commandments. And Francis certainly promoted all that in his life. And so as he became Bishop of Geneva, as I said in the beginning of Mass, he was known as the gentleman saint. And we do well to imitate him, that in our own personal lives, day by day, we are growing in sanctity. That's what St. Francis was trying to tell everyone. I love the line that he had, that he said, a saint is not someone who did extraordinary things, but a saint is someone who did ordinary things extraordinarily well. And I think that's a great motto for all of us, to do the ordinary things we do every day extraordinarily well out of love for God. And in the end, we deepen our relationship with the Lord until we are one with him in eternal life. Let us stand and offer our prayers and petitions.